Alright, so we just left our motel. Not the greatest day ever. The people beside us had dogs and they were up all night barking and whimpering, and I guess they had them in a kennel or something, and they decided it was a great idea to put the kennel right next to the connecting door, so it was literally like these dogs were in our room all night. And then they're like coming in and out of the freaking room at like 3 in the morning.
I can't handle those.
Well, anyway.
I almost went to the front desk.
Yeah, and it's like the worst night for that because this is the day we had to get up early to go to Cedar Point and get our early admission tickets and everything, so it was annoying. But yeah, we're headed to Cedar Point right now. We're gonna go right to the Hotel Breakers because you can park there for free if you're staying there. And then I guess we get our tickets at the front desk. And yeah, then we got a full day there. I think we're gonna split it up because we'll be able to check in later in the day. I heard that like they'll just text you when your room's ready. So then I think we'll be there from like 9 to like the afternoon. Then we'll check into our room and maybe like take a short nap or like something because we didn't get like a ton of sleep. But yeah, it's gonna be a crazy day. I'm excited though because I've never been to Cedar Point. I've always wanted to go since I was a kid, so it's gonna be fun. Just registered at the hotel and got our tickets. Now we're headed to the entrance. We're not really sure exactly where it is, but we're gonna figure it out. We're just gonna follow people. Yeah, here's the hotel back here, and we just parked. And then I guess they text you when your room's ready to be checked in and everything, and then I guess you can park closer to your room, hopefully. There's Magnum. I'm really excited, but I'm also really tired because we didn't get a lot of sleep. But yeah, I'm sure we're gonna have fun. All right, we're in. I have no idea where to go. Because, like, first of all, I've never been here, and second of all, we came in through the back entrance by the hotel, so, like, I don't even know what normally has a long line, like, during the day or anything. So I guess we're just gonna walk around and figure out what we want to do. I do know that Top Thrill Dragster still isn't operating. It probably won't be all season, but I'm not too, like, crazy about that anyway. I've been on King to Ka. Like, I think if you've been on King to Ka, you don't really need to ride this. Yeah, not many people here for early entry unless everyone's already made it to the front part. Because I know that I've heard a lot of people say you should go to the front of the park, like, for the early entry, because that's the ones that get the longest lines throughout the day. A lot of these are just testing. All the ones in the back part of the park aren't even really open yet. Kind of intimidated. I've never been on a dive coaster before, and it's honestly been a while since I've been on any, like, extreme thrill coaster. Probably, like, Hershey Park would be the last time, but those are ones I've already been on before. Alright, so I just did Gatekeeper and Valraven. First I did Gatekeeper because it was the only thing running for, like, the early entry hour. I actually waited for Valraven for about, like, 15 minutes because I thought that Gatekeeper and Valraven both opened first. Like, but yeah, like, Gatekeeper seemed like the only roller coaster running, like, when we first came in. So I did that and it was amazing. First time on a wing coaster, and then Valraven was my first time on a dive coaster. They both had, like, amazing views, and yeah, both really good B&M coasters. All right, I think we're gonna do something relaxing now. All right, there's a lot of crowds coming in now. It's like almost 10:30. Alright, we're on the Sky Ride. Only done 2 coasters so far. I did Gatekeeper at Valraven, and then I got in line for Blue Streak, and it got stuck on the lift. So I left the line, like, I waited about 7 or 8 minutes, and then left the line, and as soon as I left the line, it started back up, but by that time the wait was already built up, so I just skipped it for now. And yeah, I'm probably gonna maybe wait for Steel Vengeance depending on how long it is after this. I'm not sure, but I kind of want to just knock all the major rides out first, like, and then just chill the rest of the day, because there's, despite it being a Wednesday, there's a whole lot of people here. But man, look at this, how scenic this park is. It's, like, amazing the way it's, like, surrounded by the lake and has the beach on the one side, and there's coasters everywhere. This is a really short Sky Ride though. Like, it's only one way, so I mean, I guess most people just use this to get from one side of the park to the other, but yeah. Cool views from up here for what you get while you're on it. I haven't even really checked much of the boardwalk section out yet, but we'll get plenty of time to do that because we're probably gonna go back to our hotel that way. Alright, well, looks like we're getting ready to go into the station now, so. Alright, I just did Millennium Force. That's like been a long time coming for that one. I've been waiting for that since I was a kid. And it didn't disappoint. But I have a soft spot for hyper coasters because like my favorite coasters are wood coasters, and like hyper coasters are like the closest thing to that, but just like on a much bigger scale. Because you got like all the air time and like banks, turns and everything. But yeah, like another coaster with amazing views too. So, alright, we're on the, what is this called? I think it's the Cedar Point or the Lake Erie Railroad or something. I was just on Millennium Force. Backbeat barbecue. Backbeat BQ. Backbeat Q. Alright, so we just got lunch at the, what is it called again? Backbeat barbecue? Backbeat Q. And now we're gonna get on the Snake River expedition.
It's actually really good. It's
yeah.
just a little expensive.
Well, that's to be
Expensive,
that's to be
so.
expected. But yeah, it was good, and we split it, so like that saves money too if you can split it.
We've been splitting stuff to be cost effective and being able to try more.
If you choose the right thing, splitting something can be just like enough for a meal. So I mean,
Yeah.
but yeah, here.
Is this it?
Yeah, this is. I guess this is some kind of like it's like a Jungle Cruise type ride with like animatronic animals. I don't know. Looks like there's like maybe like a 15-20 minute wait, but that's okay. So they're actually like putting themed rides in amusement parks now, which is cool. I think it's about time these like Cedar Fair parks and Six Flags and stuff started like making actual like themed rides like Disney and Universal.
The sky is blue, the breeze is blowing mostly, and that water is very green, and I'm excited to have you here on the Snake River. Now, as we make our way towards our final stop at the Thunder Canyon Rapids, you can expect to see some amazing wildlife, natural wonders that you have laid eyes on, and gain exclusive access to properties available for sale here on the Snake River. Here at Snake River Expedition, we always say our boats may not have sails, but we do make sails. Boom. Now, as a bit of a history lesson, you may or may not know Trapper Dan. He used to run this river with him and his band of bandits. But they all skipped town in a bit of a hurry, leaving behind some of the most luxurious of properties, one of which we'll get up here in just a second. But before we do, please take a moment and soak in your surroundings. The sounds, the sights, the breeze, and definitely not the smell. It smells really bad. And prepare yourself and your pockets for some of the most beautiful properties you'll ever see. Speaking of which, to our right, we have our first piece of property is a one bedroom house up for grabs. The previous tenants complained about one of the roommates being a bit unbearable, but we told him, honey, just grin and bear it. Now, do you like live musical entertainment on your riverfront getaways? All the way from Cedar Creek Pass, we have the Beastie Boys, but not the intergalactic ones. We couldn't afford them. Also on our right, you will see the local resident swing band, the Baritones, all the way from Arizona. They're known for doing the bare minimum. On our left, you will see the humble home of Sidewinders 2, the first adventurer to take Snake River Falls all the way through in a barrel and live. Her roommate Flapjack's an incredible cook. Can we guess what Flapjack makes on the count of 3? 1, 2, 3.
Pancakes.
What'd you say? Oh no, he makes pancakes, sorry. I can't believe you. Such a weird guess. Oh, damn! It seems that Flapjack's dam is blocking our way to the Thunder Gear Rapids. Well, lucky for us, my father was a wise man and always said, if it ain't right, just go left. On our right is a special treat. It is home of the best hush-hush moonshine on this side of the Red Garter Saloon. It is the Crystal Rock Bottling Company. Now let this little piece of property serve as a reminder that raccoons are not pets and should not be treated as so. They will bite you, scratch you, take over a local bottling company, and run all your bandits out on a rail. Now just beyond this campsite to your left lies the settlement of Seville, also known as the armpit of Cedar Point, just next to Mount Gilead, Ohio. Now the civilians here do get a bit rowdy, but I'll tell you, it's best that we stay quiet and calm as we scoot through here, and I'll tell you what's for sale here in Seville. Don't know why they're so upset anyways. They don't pay rent. Now, on our right, we will have the Rusty Seals hardware store. That's a pig in a bathtub! Call it a hogwash! Now, unfortunately for us, I've sacrificed all of our safety for my insatiable need to tell a cheap joke. So as you all swiftly and safely take cover, I'll explain to you the weekend-only deal at the Mary Rose Inn, 50% off your stay, not counting medical bills, with the code Slither and Snakeskins at the counter. Alrighty, how we all doing? I hope all of you are still here, and if you're not, lucky for you, I know a good doctor. Doctor. It's a boat joke. Now, I will be honest. Is this river run by a family of out-of-control raccoons? Yes, it is. Is that the reason all the bands ran out in a bit of a hurry? Also, yes. Is that bird real? You betcha. And all this culminates into a big bundle of savings. With big discounts on big property, with even bigger price tags. So let's keep this going, shall we? Up here to my right, we have the original entrance to the Cedar Creek Mine. Top secret. Don't tell my boss I told you. Now, originally you needed a gold pass to get into that there mine, but lucky for you, every property here on the Snake River comes with a complimentary mine pass. Get past those woods, get that gold, and get out, and it's all yours. Snake River Expedition is not responsible for any and all the tax. Now, to our right is the most sought-after property here on the Snake River. Is a no bedroom, one bathroom, mostly clean and typically occupied outhouse. Now, this outhouse goes from anywhere between $75,000 to it seems that it was occupied, and they did indeed blow it up. So 75% off until we get back to the dock. Now, I'm in a bit of a spot of desperation. To my right is a home that is near and dear to my heart, and it's CMOD's Boat Repair and Snake Repellent. Home literally as I live in their walls. They just don't know it yet. Try buying a house in this economy. And I need to make a sale before we get back to the dock, or else I'll dock my pay. That wasn't a joke. I'm very serious. Now, do we like boats? Unanimous yes. Do we like houses? Unanimous yes. Well, what's better than a boathouse? Absolutely nothing. Take your family out on the gorgeous Snake River or even on Lake Erie, but I don't suggest swimming in either. They're very gross. Now, to my left is that said boathouse. Going for $150,000, including the snake. Let's get past here very, very quickly. Now, I know you all are thinking, I really want to buy some property here, despite the raccoons and bandits and snakes of that scale. Boom. But please, think of yourselves as the brave adventurers you are. I do need a vocal count. How many of you really want to buy property here? All of you? That's so good to hear. Oh my goodness gracious. My friend Cooper will have all the paperwork you need to get started. Also, as we approach the dock, you will feel some mild bumping.
So what did you think of the Snake River expedition?
Thank you.
Thanks. What did you think?
I think you have the personality for that job.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that was cool. I mean, for a regular just amusement park, like it had animatronics and theming and stuff. And
It was
it was a total rip-off of Jungle Cruise, like even with like the skipper like making corny jokes and stuff. Like it was totally like their attempt to make this park feel like, you know, something more than just like a Cedar Fair park and more like a theme park ride park. But they're gonna need more than that if that's what they're trying to do. But yeah, it's worth doing. I mean, it's fun. I think this section of the park, like the Frontier Town section and stuff, is probably the best section, like as far as well, I mean, the rest of the park doesn't have any theming except maybe the new Boardwalk area, but
peanuts here.
yeah, I guess we're walking through the Camp Snoopy, but I guess you can take a shortcut through here to get wherever. I don't know, we haven't even explored the whole park yet. But I do want to get Steel Vengeance in at some point soon, so maybe I'll head over there in a little. Alright, so I just came off of Steel Vengeance. It was amazing. Probably like #1 coaster for me. I had to wait forever, but here's the thing about the wait there. It's so stupid because basically what you get is like 3 different lines, because you got the express line, you got the line with everyone who has empty pockets before they get in line. Then you have a separate line that forms halfway through after you go through the metal detectors. And then everybody has to go put stuff in lockers, which are free. I mean, it would be like crazy if they charged you for them, but like you have to go put your stuff in a locker, then you get in a separate line. So you got 3 converging lines, all moving at different speeds. I just think it's not a good system. I think it's over here. Yeah, it's not that great of a system, but I can't say that I'm disappointed in the wait because it was like the best coaster I've ever ridden, so at least it lived up to the hype. But yeah, I might be done for coasters. I don't know. What were they looking at me? I said what? Anyway, we're gonna get on the train and ride back to like the Boardwalk area, and then I'm gonna film a little bit around that area, maybe do Magnum, and that'll be like the last coaster if there's no wait or anything, which I don't think there has been all day. And then by that time we'll probably be ready to check into our hotel, and then I think I might be done for the day. So all right, here we go on the, what is it, like Erie Express or whatever. Best coaster in the world. the guy popping out of the outhouse. This is just like the when the Knoebels does the yeah, but I think this one's better.
Okay, well, yeah, I mean, those aren't moving skeletons.
Yeah.
Their theming is better. Well, they had one little section that's literally like a dark matter. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
I didn't get to do Rougarou, but I don't think it's something that is like a must do anyway, so just a standard floorless V&M. In the station. All right, we just did Iron Dragon. Did you like that?
Yeah.
I was pretty excited to ride that, honestly, because one of my favorite coasters that isn't around anymore was the Big Bad Wolf at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. And I wasn't sure if it was going to be like comparable to that. And it really wasn't. It was a totally different ride experience, but that one was definitely longer than what I remember from Big Bad Wolf. But yeah, Big Bad Wolf had the theming and like that drop that went over the water. Like this goes over the water too, but Big Bad Wolf had like a really big drop near the end that went over the water. And that was like the best part of that ride. But yeah, it's good to get on one of these, like, cause there's only like, I think 2 or 3 left. So yeah, that was a good experience. So now we're gonna head over to the Boardwalk area because our hotel room is actually ready now, but we want to do a couple more things before we check in. So, and then I think we're gonna call it a day at the park because we're both like still kind of tired because we didn't get a lot of sleep. And yeah, the wait times, like as the day goes on, seem to get longer here. Like, I mean, that's pretty much how it is at most parks. Oh yeah, there's coasters One of the nicest looking of the coasters diners at the Cedar Fair parks. This one looks a lot like the Mel's Drive-In at Universal Studios. But yeah, I mean, so far, like, Cedar Point's pretty much lived up to all the hype. All the coasters are amazing. All the ones I did. What all did I do? I did Gatekeeper, I did Valraven, I did Millennium Force, I did Steel Vengeance, Steel Dragon, and maybe I'll squeeze another one in yet, and I'm happy with that. Mavericks had an hour wait, so I'm gonna take a miss on it. And, you know, to be honest with you, I'm not a huge fan of those. Like, everyone loves Storm Runner at Hershey Park, and I always like thought that was one of the weaker of the Hershey coasters, and it's, from what I hear, it's a lot like that. So I don't know if it's worth it for me to wait an hour for that one. Yeah, the Derby race is over here.
Justin said he's scared to ride the Derby horses. You heard that here, folks, first. He's choosing a nice black stallion. He's going to edge out the competition. Giddy up, boy. Giddy up, boy. Yeehaw! Okay, this is a Derby horse ride, different than your normal carousel. Man, something to be said about this place is that it's full of these bugs. These bugs are everywhere. I should have him insert a photo of these bugs. I walked into one of the bathrooms and the entire sink was covered in bugs, and it was like Lord of the Flies. Anyways, the bathroom was on some Lord of the Flies type stuff. Like, the entire sink was covered in these dead little flies. They're like huge oversized gnats. It was unpleasant. So Justin isn't built for straddling the horsey. He said it hurts. We're getting old, honey, okay? Yeehaw. Here are those awful bugs I'm talking about. I mean, at least they don't sting or bite you, but they are a nuisance. Justin came off of one of the coasters and had a bug plastered on his cheek. It said, wipe off your face. These bugs are everywhere. Been a long time since they've tried to start this ride. Not sure what's going on, but this gentleman over there is horsing around and causing quite the delay. He's horsing around. Oh, brother. It's the Derby that may never happen. They've been sitting here over 5 minutes now. I'm not sure what's going on. Yeehaw! Here we go. Yeehaw! think you won. I think you won. Oh yeah. Look at this perfect stop. There you are.
Alright, let's check out the Cedar Point arcade since we're doing like arcades on our tour. It was hot today. It's probably gonna be all modern stuff. Yeah. Maybe there's some pinballs, I don't know. I know there's a new arcade over by like the Boardwalk area, like where our hotel is, so maybe there's better stuff in there, I don't know. You can tell this is an old building. I mean, the whole building's old, so that's the coolest thing about it, is it's in this old building, old pavilion. It's big. This is a big ass arcade, right? Thank God. It's bowling. It's bowling. We have a bowling alley in here. Where's the pinball? Maybe there's pinball in the other arcade. Yeah, classic skee ball machine. That's really like the only classic game in here though. Everything else is newer. Oh, I want to get that sample. Where's the speaker? I love that, right? Alright, here's the new Boardwalk area. Guess we'll do the Ferris wheel. And we could walk through the new pavilion too. I don't think there's a lot in there. There's like a restaurant in there. Alright, here we go on the Ferris wheel. Wow. Look at the view. Nice. We're going to be checking in the breakers over there in a little. Yeah. Wow, look out there. That's crazy. That's amazing, actually. Yeah, there's actually waves on the beach. Oh, we're at the top. Oh my God. The setting of this park is like definitely the coolest thing about it. The way it's like it's on a peninsula, like in the river, surrounded by water. It's actually an island though, really, I guess, because there's like a little bridge over there where it connects to the land, so it's pretty much an island. Wow, that's just a crazy looking view. Like, yeah, it's great.
You said it was lake view.
It is, yeah. Our room's lake view. It smells like salt water, doesn't it?
You said it was gross, so you shouldn't swim in it.
Yeah, not a lot of people swim in the lakes, I guess. I don't know, there must be reasons for You know that inside thing over there?
Yeah. That coaster's up.
Yeah, Valraven. That was my second ride of the day.
Straight down.
I did a big drop. I like Gatekeeper better than Valraven though, honestly. Yeah, Steel Vengeance like blows them all away. It blows every coaster away. That looks really small compared to the other ones. Yeah, this is like, it looks big in videos and pictures, but it feels even bigger when you're here. Like, it's a massive park. It's probably the biggest amusement park I've ever been to. I mean, I don't know if maybe it is the biggest one in America. I'm not sure. You can like sit on the balcony there. This is like the new pavilion. You can like get a drink or food and sit on the balcony right there. That looks nice.
You'd be getting burnt right now.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but with the breeze from the lake, I don't know. Maybe you wouldn't. I don't know.
The breeze doesn't get you sunburned.
I'm not sure.
Sunburnt, you just don't feel it happening.
Really?
You have a breeze on you.
I don't know how it works.
Yeah. Like, I've literally been cold out before, but then the sun's still out, and you like don't realize you're getting burnt while you do.
Yeah, like when it's overcast and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, the new Wild Mouse coaster, like for a spinning Wild Mouse, it looks pretty good. It's got like a unique layout.
I do like Wild Mouse, I just don't know if I'll fit.
Yeah, and I don't know if I want to wait that long for it either. Like,
Well, I like the one at Hershey. Is there a lap ball park?
yeah,
That's what they would do.
I know.
What if I jumped?
Yeah. Well, I don't want to waste all the battery on this. Yeah, we'll do our like review of the park and the day like later in the hotel after I charge the camera a little. It is like almost dead. Alright, so we just left the park and we're on the boardwalk thing at the beach, and we're gonna walk to the hotel and get our key cards and then park the car somewhere close to the hotel and unload. And then once we get to the room and I charge the cam a little bit, we'll do our recap of the day and yeah, just talk about what we thought of Cedar Point and everything. Yeah, it is the pool over there. Alright, I got my phone charged. I'm out on the beach. I'm gonna do the outro out here because it's like so nice. The sun's starting to set. There's only about half an hour or so of park time left, so I don't think I'm gonna actually go back in the park tonight. But yeah, what is my review of Cedar Point for the first time? I'll say I understand why people call this the best amusement park in the country, because I would definitely agree. And yeah, the coasters are the best coasters anywhere. Like Steel Vengeance is just the best coaster of all time. Gatekeeper's really good. Valraven's amazing. I didn't get to do Maverick, but not a huge loss. Don't really care that much about it, to be honest. What else didn't I do that I would have wanted to? Probably I would have done Magnum XL. only because it's one of the rides that like I always wanted to do since I was a kid and didn't ever get to do it because like my parents wouldn't take me here when I was a kid. But I did get to do Millennium Force and thought that was amazing. What else can I say about the park? I mean, there's so many rides. The setting is just like top. Like there's no better setting for an amusement park anywhere. I mean, it really feels like you're at the beach. Like it feels like you're at, you know, a seaside resort. When you're staying at Hotel Breakers and, you know, you spend a whole day riding rides and then you come back and you got this entire long sandy beach. I mean, it feels like the ocean. It smells like the ocean. There's waves. There's people playing volleyball out on the beach. There's people out in the water jet skiing and parasailing and all that stuff. So yeah, I would say it's like the ultimate beachfront park, because it really is a beachfront park. And yeah, like that's probably what makes riding the coasters here so special. I mean, I know that they're great on their own, but just the setting, it just like, it's the icing on the cake for it all. You got like the world's most amazing collection of coasters, and then you've got potentially the world's greatest setting for an amusement park. So I mean, it's everything, and I wish we could stay for another night, but we gotta keep going, you know. I would totally stay at Hotel Breakers if, you know, it wasn't so expensive. I would stay here for 2 nights, and maybe I will make the drive up here to just stay here for a weekend or something, and, you know, do all the stuff that I missed this time. But yeah, I gotta say, like, totally exceeded my expectations, and they were high. So I just I can't wrap my head around the fact that pretty much my whole life, even when I was a kid and I wanted to come here so bad, like I was unaware of like the vibes of it all, like being by the beach and everything. Like I never even knew that lakeside beaches were a thing, you know. So I mean, it's so cool to like finally get to check the park out and then like have the added element of feeling like you're at the ocean. And I'd say that's like the best thing about staying at the Breakers, is that you get that whole like seaside experience in addition to the awesome collection of roller coasters, and it's like one of the best amusement parks in the country. So I mean, Cedar Point, like, you know, 10 out of 10 amusement park. Like, I understand all the hypes. It's like definitely the best amusement park I've ever been to. Like, and I'm not like, I don't mean to say that like, yeah, I don't care about as much about the classic parks like Knoebels and, you know, like Trimpers at Ocean City and like all these classic parks that, like, you know, that's the focus of this channel, is, you know, vintage classic amusement parks and stuff. But as far as like best big amusement parks, this has to be the best one. I really can't imagine one that could top it. So like, even in, you know, in other countries. So I mean, if you like amusement parks, get yourself out to Cedar Point, and stay at Hotel Breakers to get the full shebang. And yeah, I guess that does it for the day. So we're gonna go to the hotel now. I guess I'll show you the room, and that'll be the end of the vlog. I don't know if I'll do like a tour of the lobby and the inside of the hotel or not. Like, we're gonna be checking out probably around checkout time tomorrow. I don't know if I'll have time, but if I do, I'll just put it in this vlog. I'm not gonna do a separate Hotel Breakers video. Yeah, check out the setting with the sun setting. It's so good. Alright, I was gonna do the room tour tomorrow before we left, but I'll just show it tonight because I feel like the lake view is like probably nicer at night. I mean, it's evening, it's not dark yet or anything, but yeah, look, there's a lot of people out there still, and they have these fire pits that you can sit at. Really feels like you're at an oceanfront beach resort. And yeah, that's a little messy because we have our stuff out, but we got the Magnum XL close-up image there. They could have used a higher resolution image. You get a microwave and a mini fridge. You get pool towels. And the bathroom's pretty nice. And by the way, it's like spotless, so that's a plus. You got this old photo in here. This room gives me like big beach vibes. I'm sure that's what they were going for. It kind of has like 90s beach vibes, right? This like circle mirror and stuff. Just like feels like a 90s aesthetic. And these chairs. But yeah, we're in the old building, which is awesome. Like, most of the rooms, I'd say the vast majority of the rooms here are in those big buildings beside the old building. And it's a plus to stay in the old building because I think this hotel opened in the 20s. So yeah, I think if you get a king bedroom with a lake view, you probably get one of these rooms. And it's actually the cheapest room. You can get it without the lake view too, but I think all of the small rooms are in the old hotel. Don't quote me on that though. Like, don't get mad at me if you reserve a room and it's in one of the other buildings. Still people out there playing volleyball. There's people playing volleyball all day out there. And then there's a bar in the hotel downstairs. And I think there's another bar over there by the pool area and an ice cream parlor. And then yeah, downstairs there's TGI Fridays, a Perkins, a Hibachi grill. What else? I forget. I think that's pretty much most of the places. I wish there was better options for food, but yeah, we did go to TGI Fridays because yeah, we didn't feel like going back into the park or whatever to find other options or have to leave the resort area. So we just settled on TGI Fridays, and it actually wasn't too bad. We got fish and chips and they were pretty good. So that's an option. Just be aware that like you're gonna pay a lot more at any of the restaurants here than like any of the chain restaurants that you know you would pay in pretty much any of the other ones because it's here, so they can get away with charging you more. But yeah, it's definitely worth staying here. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people could only afford one night like us, but it's worth it even just for one night. It's not like extremely expensive, and I think like all of the pluses and amenities you get kind of balance out the cost, because you get early entry to the park, you get discounted park tickets, you get free parking, which normally costs $25 at the park entrance. I mean, there's 3 pools here. You get this whole beach. You get this boardwalk. It's probably like a half a mile long boardwalk. So yeah, it's like definitely a good option. I mean, if you stayed at anywhere off site, like if you stayed at, there's like a bunch of hotels in Sandusky, and like Sandusky's not great. It's okay. I mean, from what we saw when we drove through, it's like, it's a little bit like touristy, and there's some like extra stuff to do, but like all the action's here at Cedar Point. So like if you want to stay in Sandusky, like you might, and you're going to Cedar Point, you might as well just stay here, because like even the Cedar Point Express hotel is like $150 a night, and that is just like a standard, you know, hotel. Like there's nothing special about that at all. You don't get this beach, and you don't get these amenities, and I'm sure the rooms aren't as nice and whatever, but it's a definite plus to be like in the park too, because then you don't really have to do that much. Like we spent, let's see, we were here from, we like did our registration at like 8:30, right? So we were here from 8:30, and we like checked in, and then we were in the park until like 4 o'clock. And they actually had our room ready like an hour early, so that's something that I've heard they normally do. Like they'll text you when your room is ready, and then you can just come check in then. Like you can pre-register like when you get here in the morning, and then like you're already ready to go. You just have to come pick up your key cards when you get a text. So like it's super convenient, because then like you don't have to wait and then go through the whole check-in process and all that. You can just get here early, do all that, and then get into the early entry. Now I will say one thing about the early entry. They don't have a lot of rides open during that hour, but the one coaster that I did do during early entry was Gatekeeper, and that does get a really long line most of the time throughout the day. So I mean, I got that in, and then I went to Valraven right after. So like I basically got on one of the like first 10 dispatches on Valraven, and only had to wait about 10 minutes for that. So I did get 2 coasters in for the early entry, but I just feel like I was hoping that since they like try to sell you on that and everything, that like you know like all the coasters will be running, or at least like 5 or 6 or something. But I stood there waiting for Valraven for maybe like 15 minutes and wasted a bunch of time when I could have just been doing like re-rides on Gatekeeper or something. But it's whatever. I mean, it's definitely still worth it to like get here early, and so that you're in line ahead of time, and whatever ride you were really looking to hit up like before the crowds come in, like you'll be there. And yeah, like the value like with all of that like adds up to like as much as you would just pay anyway. So like why wouldn't you stay here if you could? And yeah, I would give this place a good 10. Like I would give this place 10 out of 10. Like you're not gonna beat like any hotel experience like this in any other park. Like maybe even, I'll even say like this is probably better than most of the Disney resorts, just because you have this beach and everything. Like that's what makes it. So yeah, like Hotel Breakers is like a big A+ for me. What do you think of Hotel Breakers?
Yeah, it's really nice.
There you go. It's really nice. All right, well, we'll see you in the morning. I'll show you around the hotel a little bit in the morning as we're like leaving. All right, day 6. Time to leave Breakers, unfortunately. It was great. Slept so good last night. No noise or anything. I guess they don't build hotels like they used to. Yeah, it's so nice here, but we gotta keep moving. Did you enjoy your stay here?
Yeah. It's very nice.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be like one of the nicest stays of the trip, if not the nicest one.
No.
Well, I mean, yeah, we're staying at the themed rooms, but I mean, as far as like the relaxation factor, etc., this one's probably the nicest one. So yeah, I guess we're gonna head out to the lobby and maybe I'll try to get some footage out there before we leave. There's that Windseeker ride going there. I was gonna do that last night and then I never did it because it went down like before we even went to check into the hotel, so. But yeah, it looks scary anyway. Alright, here's like the inside of that like rotunda from the outside of the building. It's pretty nice. And here's like the bottom part of it. Like, are you good? It's an old photo. Boardwalk. And this is the main lobby. This building's really cool. It was built in 1924, so it's actually an old hotel. And they have a picture of the old hotel back there at the check-in desk.
I'm happy.
There's a funhouse mirror over there.
Yeah. I got my coffee.
Oh yeah, they have a Starbucks in here. Yeah. Alright, we just checked out. Now we're going to the car. It's so cool the way this place is like in the park.